Hey guys, welcome back. So in the last video, we were talking about insertion sort algorithm. Hope you have understood that algorithm. Now in this video, let's talk about another sorting technique called bucket sort. So bucket sort algorithm, as the name indicates, involves using a few buckets. So what we do is that we create few number of buckets and then we put all the numbers that we want to sort into those individual buckets. Then we go to each of those buckets and sort them individually. And once those buckets are individually sorted, we merge all those buckets and we finally get our answer. So now let's take one simple example to understand how exactly this thing works. So let's say these are the numbers that we want to sort. So first what we have to do is we have to create some buckets. So now you might ask that how many number of buckets that we need to create? Should we always create 3 buckets or there is any formula for that? So yes, we have a formula for that. All that we have to do is we have to take the total number of items that needs to be sorted. So here we have 10 items that we need to sort. We have to do a square root of those number. So here what we have done is 10 is our number. We find a square root of it. So which comes to 3 point some decimal value. Now we can either take ceil or floor value of this number. So in this case I have taken floor value, that is 3. So I have created 3 buckets. In case if you want to take floor value, it will be 4. So 4 number of buckets you can create in that case. Even that is fine. Now once we know that how many buckets we have, the next step is we have to iterate through each number and place it in the appropriate bucket. That means we'll take 40, put it in one of the buckets, 10 we'll put it in one of the buckets, 30 we'll put it in one of the bucket, and so on for all the numbers. Now you might ask that which number to be placed in which bucket. So for that again we have a very simple formula, and the formula is value into number of buckets. So here we have 3 buckets. Value is the value that we are processing currently. Let's say if we take the first number, it is 40 divided by max value in array. So the maximum value in this array is 100. So this becomes 100. So the answer becomes 40 into 3 divided by 100. That is 1.2. So if we take a ceil value of 1.2, it becomes 2. So we'll go to the second bucket and we'll put 40 over here. Similarly, we'll go to the next number, that is 10, and try to find which bucket we need to put this 10 in. So the value is 10. So it becomes 10 into 3 divided by 100. That is 0.33. If we take a ceil value of this becomes 1. So we go to the first bucket and we'll put 10 over here. Similarly, we'll go to 30. So value right now is 30. 30 into 3 by 100. That is 90 by 100 is equal to 0.9. Again the ceil value for this is 1. So we go to first bucket and insert 30 over here. Similarly for rest of the elements. So after putting all these numbers in the appropriate bucket, this is how the bucket will look like. First bucket will have 3 numbers, second have 3 numbers, third also has 3 numbers. Now what we do is we sort all these numbers individually in each of these buckets. Now to sort all these numbers, we can use any of the other algorithm that we have previously learnt, like bubble sort, selection sort, insertion sort, quick sort, or any other sorting technique. So after doing the sorting, this is how our bucket will look like. Now the last step is we have to merge all the sorted data. That is 10 comes first, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100. So you see that we have arrived at sorted list of numbers. Now one important thing to note over here is that to find an appropriate bucket, if you refer to multiple books, it will give you multiple different formulas. So there is no fixed one formula for that. There can be multiple formulas and any of the formula can be used. It should be good enough. Fine. So that is all about the bucket sort. Now let's quickly see the algorithm for the sorting technique. So first we are finding the number of buckets that needs to be created. We call them as B1, B2, B3 and so on. Then we find the divisor value, which is nothing but the formula for finding the appropriate bucket for a given value. Then we loop through all the numbers in the array and insert those numbers using this divisor value in any of the right bucket. Once we have processed all of these numbers, we go to each and every bucket and we do the sorting for those buckets. Now again, we can use any of the sorting techniques that we want. Bubble sorts, insertion, selection, quick or any of the sort. And then finally, we concatenate all the values in those buckets, which will give us the final answer. Fine. So I hope you have understood the algorithm. Now let's quickly see the time and space complexity of this algorithm. So finding number of buckets is a constant time operation. Finding divisor value is also constant time operation. Looping through all the numbers will take order n time, where n stands for the number of items that we are processing. Inserting those numbers is a constant time operation. Sorting the bucket is n log n time, assuming that we are using a quick sort on it, which we are going to learn in the later videos. And then concatenating all of those buckets will take order of n time. So if we add all of them, we get n log n time. Space complexity is of course order of n, because we are creating buckets and in those buckets we are creating n number of items. Hence space complexity is order n. Fine. So that is all about bucket sort. Now let's quickly see in which scenario should we use bucket sort and when we should not use it. So we can use bucket sort in case if the input data is uniformly distributed. What that means is that we should not have lot of cluster in our data. So let's say if our range of data is starting from 10 to 100, then we expect that our data to be uniformly distributed, like the one in this case. We have 10, 20, 30, 40 and so on. But in case if our data is like this, that we have 1, 3, 5 and then let's say 91, 95, 96 and so on. So we see that the distribution is not uniform. So in those cases we will have a problem with bucket sort. What is the problem? The problem is all of this data will go in the same bucket. So let's say if everything goes in the same bucket and these two buckets remains empty, then the whole purpose of bucket sort is defeated. So we should not be using bucket sort in those kind of a clustered data. Also, we should not be using bucket sort in case if space is a concern to us, because we use extra order n space. So bucket sort is little expensive in terms of space. So if we are little short in space, we should not be using bucket sort. Fine. So that is all about the bucket sort algorithm. Now in the next video, let's see one more sorting